welcome back to post-match for Unspeakable Words. I am joined by our first loser of the game, Tyler.
Great.
Yep. And I won, and like always, it was when it didn't mean anything to win.
Correct, that's how it works.
Yep. I don't really... Have I played this game with you before?
No, this is our first time ever playing it.
Okay. I played it a few times. I like it, but it's also because I like Boggle and Scrabble and the spelling words games.
I like Boggle and Scrabble. I didn't... Go watch the episode and you'll understand this next statement. I'm not a huge fan of luck. Luck is never with me.
You made it far.
I actually got almost there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, like in most of my life, was cut off. I'm crying, you just can't see it.
Crying, but the tears don't show up on camera. We'll get into like the gameplay in a little bit, because this was a very interesting game. We'll start, as we always start, with box fit. We were complaining about this beforehand. This is the size of the box. This is everything that's in the box.
It's too big.
It's mostly empty. This is the deluxe edition. The regular edition slightly smaller, slightly wider. I don't know how the spacing works for that box.
I feel like the box should really be like a regular card box and then have like a slot built in for the one dice that it comes with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that should have been it. This is way too big. What's box fit out of?
Out of 10.
I know this is kind of a low score, but I really feel like this is so much
It's a
wasted
lot.
space.
And it's also not like, because sometimes with bigger boxes, the plan is that you can modularly add in things. This is not modular. This is just to cushion the two things that are in the box.
I would give it a 4 out of 10.
I was also going to give it a 4.
Because I mean, like, it's not like a weird shape, so it's not like you like can't put it with the rest of your boxes and it like obnoxiously takes up room.
Yeah.
But
It's there's more space than it needs. Like, physically, shift it down to being just this middle part.
really,
And it's a 10 out of 10 box.
yeah, that'd be perfect. I was just saying, what I think this should be is just like a smaller box just for the cards with a slot built into the cover for the die to go into. Because you only have one die and you just have the cards. That's it. That's all you. Well, actually, there's the little Cthulhu characters. So I take back everything I just said.
But those could, in turn, be like just tokens.
It's
or
true.
shapes.
But I actually I like them.
I like the
over
little
token.
guys, yeah.
So I rechanged it. I actually like your idea more versus the slim.
Mm-hmm.
That's got
Like the original Cards Against Humanity box, or like a Magic the Gathering starter pack box. That's like the perfect size. Where it's like enough for a deck of cards and some extra bits.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Leading into the next thing is the rules, also out of 10. Rules, very simple. It's about a page and a half, and 2 of the pages are just examples.
I did not read the rules.
And you still got it.
I still got it.
It's a quick understanding game. There are versions of play on the back that we didn't really utilize. I don't know if I said it on camera or not. There is also a rule that we can't use the same word that somebody else already used. Which is like a fun rule, but I don't think it comes up a lot. But I think it's like a nifty little like,
Yeah, no, it's a fun little way to trap people away from doing words that are kind of normal and boring, and you have to come up and be more inventive. This isn't about the rules themselves. This is strictly about the rule book.
Yes,
right?
the rule books. So how, like, reading and understanding the rules. The rule book's just a bonus. It's the physical thing.
I mean, the rules are not very complicated. It makes sense. I feel like there's not too much going to. What is this out of?
Out of 10.
Out of 10? I would give this a solid 8.
Okay. I'm going to give this a 1 higher. I'm going to give this a 9, just because, like, it does a lot of help, that it's easily understandable. I just don't like that there's 2 whole pages of, like, there's 4 examples on this inner track.
If you take away the examples, it's like a paragraph long.
Yeah. There is, in this optional rules section I was telling you about, this is just variations of play. Some of them I don't like. One is, like, you're allowed to make up words, but you have to be able to define them. But this first rule, I really like, and I almost wanted to implement. It's called Nightmare Mode. And it's if you roll the exact value of the word, you lose your sanity check anyway.
That would have been funny. Actually, I like that rule.
Because I think Owen twice rolled the exact number.
He did, you did.
I did, yeah.
And I think Jordan did once. I'm not sure about that.
Like, that's just a fun little extra thing, and it does not kill the game.
Yeah.
Leading into gameplay out of 10. This was a fun game. It's a quick game.
I enjoyed the game. I don't know if I would want to grab this over Boggle or Scrabble. Maybe with a larger group of people, it makes the game go a lot faster, where you probably get more. In a large group setting, I would give this probably a higher score than the others. But if it was like a 4-person group setting, we're going to play board games for a while, I'd probably would pick one of the long form games.
Yeah.
This was still really fun though. This out of 10 as well.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it an 8 just for those reasons I just said.
Yeah. I agree. This is like for those weird little freaks that like Scrabble and Boggle, but like you're in a large group setting. I think this is a good. If you ask me to play Cards Against Humanity, I'll kill you dead. But this is a good like. This will scratch someone's itch of drawing card in a big group setting.
I agree.
I'll also give this an 8. It's a very fun game, and like I said, it's quick. We could have easily played 2 or 3 rounds of this.
Yes, we could have.
Our next 2 categories are 5 apiece. It's short-term and long-term replayability. We just finished playing this game. Out of 5, do you want to play another round?
I'd play another round. I'd say 5.
Okay.
As of right now, it's fresh. It's fun. It didn't drag like some games really drag. It didn't really. So I would try it. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. I'm going to agree. Long-term replayability down the road.
Yeah, if you pulled this out, say like we were on a trip or something, you're like, hey, you want to play this game? I'd be like, yeah, probably, yeah. I'd say 5. I'd say 5 again.
5 again.
Nothing deterred me from wanting to play this game again.
Because I was about to give my reasoning, and then I realized that it's a hypocritical because it's baked into another score. Because I was going to give it a 3 because of how big the box is, and I was like, those are 2 different criteria. If I could hypothetically get that case we were talking about, I'd probably give this like a 4 or a 5. It's a fun, quick game.
It does take up room, though.
Yeah.
I will admit. But subtracting the idea that how much room taking it up, I feel like it's an easy, big game that, like, because I never read the rules. I jumped right in and got the game.
Yes.
Like, it's very new game people friendly.
It's also, and this is kind of a peek behind the curtain, you had to bring your daughter because you couldn't get a babysitter in time. Prior to this, because all of the cards are cool, cute little characters, your daughter at the beginning was just doing trivia, where she was guessing the letter, and then she would roll the die and she'd say the number. And as she's entering like elementary school, this is like a surprisingly great game for kids to help them learn letters.
But it's 10 minimum on the box, by the way, for recommend for playing.
But that's because children can't handle the horrors of the Eldritch Beasts.
Correct.
But I think, what's his name? The U? Now I think Deep One's a pretty chill guy.
The art on
He's
the
good with
cards
kids.
is very good, actually. I enjoyed the art. They're very fun. Even in the instruction manual, it's got the little art for the characters. I think it's really cute. It's fun.
This is such a weird critique, though. The art on the cards is vastly different from the vibe that the font of the game employs.
Correct. I agree with that.
Because they make it seem way more horror on like the font and with the wording, and then you play it, it's like, hi guys.
This could live up to the expectation what this was supposed to be. They're like, let's go fun with it. They'll enjoy that.
Yeah. The artist they hired was like, oh, you didn't pay me enough for that.
The artist that contracted. We're doing what now? This isn't a cartoon.
This last category is our objective out of 10. How'd you like it?
Out of 10, objectively, this is not entering like my top 10 of any games that I've played. I would definitely give this a solid like 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd give this an 8. I enjoy it. It's simple. Again, box aside, I do think I could play this with any group of people. There are some games where it's like you need to have the right crowd. This is one where like I think I could bring this to a family game night as well as like hanging out with my friends. It's just a fun, quick, getting people in the mood game.
I know this says 2 to 8 players on the instructions. I really feel like that's just because that's restriction on the miniatures. You could really play this with more and people just keep track of how many lives they have.
Like we said with the tokens, you could each get pennies. You can find spare poker chips. And I think with more players, you could make it riskier. It's like, okay, if we're playing with 10 to 12 people, everyone drops down to 3 lives.
Yeah. Is lower to make it go faster, yeah.
Oh. I think also depending on like how many lives if we played it again, but this time we're like everyone gets 3, people would be a lot more conservative with what words they were playing.
Yeah, not me from the get-go. Just like, I'm going to throw as many letters as I possibly can every single time.
That's a strategy. Crow used to play where unless he he would try to score a 15-point or higher word.
Every time.
Yeah, and he did not care. And then he would only start playing conservatively once he was down to his last piece. Because he knew everyone was playing it safe, and we would all be at 40 or 50, and he's like, oh, I'm at 89.
And you love him.
I can, like, chip it in.
Yeah.
Crow won once, I think.
With that strategy.
But it worked enough that I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad way to play it. I mean, that's how I was kind of going. I was like, I'm just going to go all in every single time, and hopefully I get to 100 before I get knocked out.
Yeah. With all that considered, we've tallied up the scores for this game. Again, very close. We both felt equally as good about it. I gave this a 38, and you scored this as a 37 out of 50. Another one for our classic above average.
Above average game.
It's one I'd keep. A lot of collectors I have found have started rewording their like collections. Like, I would sell these games in a heartbeat, and I was like, no, you wouldn't. But you don't like playing this game. This is one I don't like. I don't think I'm ever gonna sell any of my games. But this is one where, if there was a fire and I learned that I'd lost it, I'd have been like, oh, that's kind of sucks.
And a fun side note, you should have like a little list that says our top scoring games. If you go to our channel, like this is our highest scoring game.
I've tried to find a good way to do that, but outside of like keeping the videos tagged or like having a regularly updated post, YouTube doesn't like us.
Doesn't like us. Okay, that's fair enough.
I've genuinely thought about keeping a private Google Doc that people can only view and having them stacked there. I just don't know how I'd do it.
Shout out to the rotisserie chicken guy who's out there somewhere, if you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking
there's
about.
actually, he's got one, I don't know if it's someone who films his video or friends with him or just a random person, who the number one comment is always that person saying what the scores are for he gives for everything. Just do it that way. Just have a comment and be like, this is our correct score.
One of our fans wants to itemize our games for us. That would be great.
That'd be great. High five for you out there.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next month. Later.
Bye.